Okay then, we are up and rocking and rolling. So, hey, welcome to the stream, everybody. We're going to be streaming for about 2 hours today. First hour, of course, being Starfleet Command, Orion Plus mod. We're going to continue our Orion Cartel campaign. And the second hour, we're going to be going into Rogue Tech to continue Treads Retreads. And, yeah, so with that out of the way, let's get things rocking and rolling. So, the Orion Cartel, load that sucker up, and we'll get things underway. Alright, let's take a quick view to see exactly how well we've been doing at this point. We decided to make our primary enemy the Prime Cartel, and we've chopped open, well, the upper half of the enemy cartel. Well, we will start steadily working our way down, although I kind of want to take away these 3 planets from it. It's not technically in their control, but it is something we kind of got to keep an eye on. So we are topped off, it looks like, so let's out into space and try and cause a little bit of damage. Well, they don't actually hold this planet. Well, that's useful. We'll see if we can't grab it real quick with a quick piracy patrol. MET-17 tends to glitch out with the primary Empire factions, but as long as you're playing as a pirate faction, well, you're a pirate vessel at the end of it, so it doesn't get all confused as to what the heck's going on. So let's just kick up the speed to as fast as we can go, which I'm not quite sure I remember. That's really fast. And yeah, so phasers, missiles, missile rack C, missile rack G. Okay, we're good to go. Nothing on sensors as of yet. We'll kick up the speed of time, so we just roll on in towards the enemy. There they are. It's a single light cruiser. I'm going to prep up a scatter pack right away, just in case. I was about to send a probe, but I forgot. Pirate factions don't get probes until the X series of ships. I'm fairly certain that's a glitch. 99% positive that was an oversight when Firesoul was making up the mod. But if not, it's not going to be too big of a deal. So let's open fire with our first shot. We probably should have started this a little bit sooner. But this will provoke Wild Wheels of response. We'll be able to figure out exactly what he's packing, though, by doing this. Wow, that's a lot of D-type plasma torpedoes. So they're going to start getting involved right away. And there he goes, crash stopping right away. He's holding on to quite a few of them, or at least he was. I thought he was crash stopping. No, he's going for it. Okay, interesting problem. I'm going to focus all my phaser firepower on these guys, take them out before they can do anything to us. So we've dealt with his minions at this point, now we can actually focus on him. Unfortunately, we've recently switched from using fast missiles to medium missiles, mainly because of the price, and he is zipping along at 29.1, so there ain't no way our speed 24 missiles are going to be able to catch him. So we're going to have to come up with something a little bit creative. Doing a speed of 31 now, jeez. He doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of stuff for close-in work. We're going to set up... Oh, nope, he's just packed on his expanding sphere generator. So he's going to want to get in nice and close, use that as a big old space battering ram. So we're going to see if we can't curl around and get away from that just in time. We'll set off the mine by doing that, which will damage the ESG just a little bit. And we can run from him. We'll just spend a little bit of time going directly away from him. Let that burn out so that we don't have to worry about it at all. Because, well, it'll run out of power and we'll be good. So shield reinforcements are all set up. We've got our first scatter pack ready. I want to use it at some point, but I'm not quite sure when would be a good time. So I'm just going to keep ripping along off on this course here. Eventually, somebody will care. Yep, there goes the ESG no longer online. We will open up with missiles. I don't know if this will do anything. Again, he's doing a speed of 29.3 and increasing. And as you can see, our missiles are doing a speed of 24. So they're not going to catch him unless he goes right for them. And we know he has enough firepower to be able to shoot them all down. I'm kind of hoping that I can draw out a Wild Weasel. It did not, but he is holding on to him. So I've got 2 more missiles that I can make use of. Hi, I'm grabbing onto you. I forgot I was going to do that. So, crap, should not have done that because now that's going to get blown up by the mine. That's alright. We didn't need that scatter pack anyway. You can mine me all you want, it's not going to save you. Especially not if you show me that. Right on in there. Come on, phasers. I need a little bit more setup here. Oh, he got away just in time. Can the missiles? He's holding on to 6 of them. Holy crap. It's going to be a bit of a problem. We have to rely mostly on our energy armament because he's just got the ability to handle every single missile we can throw at him. So that's a bit of a problem. I could start getting Marines involved. In fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. I want to knock out that tractor beam, I want to knock out that plasma D, and I want to knock out that other plasma D because he can handle everything I can throw at him. Phasers. And there we go. We got system down. He damaged one of my G-Racks, but did we kill anything? No, we did not. So we've got to deal with that soon-ish. Forward shield is still up. That's good. Let's get a little repairs going on here, and we'll pull off the port here. And we need a bit of distance. We need our tractor beams to reset, which is going to take a little time. We've got 3 of them. And I want to get just a little bit of a different angle in on him. We also need to, once again, reaccelerate. We have the power. We may as well use it. So we can go almost to a maximum speed, I think. Not quite, but we're good now. So, oh, that's because we were putting a whole bunch of power into the electronic countermeasures. So we need to knock out that tractor beam. 6 tractor beams is just way too many to have to deal with. And the D-type plasma torpedoes just would be nice to throw in there as an extra. Once those are completely offline, then we won't have too much trouble boring into them. Actually, if I can get a good shot on this rear port shield, then we can get a lot done here. He's already fired once. Let's open up a hole. Marines are away, and I don't think they got it. It's going to take quite a bit of work. It's a very powerful system. Let's get a couple of missiles going on. Let's see how he responds to that. We've knocked out one of his D-type plasma torpedoes by virtue of just blasting at it. And the other one does not cover this side. Interesting. He's still going to be able to catch every single one of those missiles. And eventually he can spin them around because he's got the D-type plasma torpedo to cover the other side. Maybe not. Does it only cover the front angles? Because he's certainly not shooting it down. There he goes. Now he's getting involved with it. Alright. So we're going to save the rest of our phasers for a little while. And that's not good. Turn harder. Ow. We were facing him at the time. It hurt quite badly. And we're not going to fire missiles on a disengaging side. We're going to patch up the engine just a little bit. We're not actually taking any damage here. We're just taking a little bit of... we're not taking any power damage. We're taking lab damage. So that would affect our shield regeneration rate, but it's not going to affect our speed any. So we're just going to keep coming right around. So don't have a great angle as of yet. Still working on that one. But eventually we will come right around onto him once again. Beating him down through our experience and the fact that we outmass him pretty severely. I know he's got 4 nacelles, but we're actually a couple of size categories larger than him. So even though he can pretty handily handle my entire heavy weapons armament, our phasers are more than enough to take care of him if we really need to bring it down to that, which we might need to. So give me another good angle here, and that was a high energy turn ordered, but you didn't do anything with it. So another group of Marines sent on over. Still not cutting through, it looks like, unfortunately. So we still... and he's patched it. So he's already managed to patch his damaged D-type plasma torpedo. We'll come around and do a little bit more damage to his weakened shields. And actually, since we're about on the same angle, I'm going to dump these right in his face, see if I can't just spam him in time. He's holding on to 3, so we really haven't done much damage to that system at all yet. The tractor beams are still at full power, which is a bit of a problem. But he is still holding on to the 2 of them, so clearly his point defense system is no longer quite what it used to be. And our phasers are about to get a nice shot right on in here. He's also going to get a shot at us, but that's okay. And it looks like we finally figured out. That's what they told me. They lied to me. Oh no, we blew up his D-type plasma torpedoes by virtue of shooting at him again. So at this point, he doesn't have any defensive plasma torpedoes, which is really good. I mean, he still has phasers, which are alright, but he's not going to be able to stop us from firing a whole bunch of missiles into his face just by virtue of being able to shoot them all down. So at this point, now we just need to finish taking out the tractor beam, because being able to hold all 6 of our missiles is a bit of a problem. Also, it's a problem because we can't control more than 6 missiles at a time, so we can't stack up multiple salvos, unfortunately. That's more of a Marek system. So we're just going to have to wait until we come completely around on this guy, unless he's trying to run away. I think we've dealt enough engine damage to him that he's not going to be able to just run away if he tries. So we're just going to keep chugging along after him. The victory, of course, will be ours. So lining up on his stern, he doesn't really have a whole heck of a lot in the way of shields. He's going to probably try and guard that left side, but maybe not. He's bringing it around again. Are you really going to give me a shot right through there? Oh, he's going to ESG, that's why. So, slamming the tractor beam? Did we get it? We got the shuttle bay. And we knocked out his expanding sphere generator right as it was coming online. Oh, that's evil. So he triggered his expanding sphere generator, and that was the sort of charge-up sound and the reason why the lights on his ship started changing, because it was starting to illuminate his vessel. But then we destroyed the system. So as it charged up, it immediately crashed off and didn't work. So that's quite handy. So we've managed to knock out most of his heavy weapon systems. Well, aside from the missile launchers. The D-type plasma torpedoes aren't really heavy weapons, but they are a major pain for us. Another cut through here. How tough is this tractor beam? Jeez, it's still alive. I don't understand how. Let's see what happens, how it deals with this. It should be at 6 at full power. 1, 2. Only 2. There we go. So it took quite a bit of effort to knock that thing out, but eventually, hey, it went down. So well done all around. Let's see how much prestige that one's going to afford us. I don't imagine too much. Technically, that is sort of a more destroyer level. I mean, it's an HDW, which is a heavy war destroyer. So, 262, that should probably cover our repair cost. 101. And we used quite a few Marines, so maybe not. Yeah, that was not a very profitable mission. In fact, I'm pretty certain we're about to lose money because we got to reload our missiles. Oh yeah, we lost money on that one. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is that we're attacking the Prime Cartel targets, because eventually we're going to knock them down to little tiny pieces and completely obliterate them. So as long as we're causing damage to the cartel and we can continue to repair our ship, we're perfectly happy at that level. Eventually, larger or at least better ships are going to start coming out. We are pretty far into the X era, which means we should start getting some X-type destroyers if they exist. And that should help our firepower quite a bit. So we're being escorted today by the Gavia and the Jackleg, so random freighter, and a pretty decently equipped, I want to call it a light cruiser, but that's probably a destroyer actually. It's an HR-1, it's a heavy raider. So, and we're squaring off against a single light cruiser at this point. It's an SBHM-2, which if I'm not mistaken is a Romulan destroyer, which it is. So we shouldn't have too much trouble knocking him down. Also an OBC, which is an Orion battlecruiser. He will probably be a little bit tougher, just purely because he'll probably have point defense systems. It's SBHM-2, maybe not. Romulan escort destroyers, they might be decently well equipped. I'm not 100% positive on that, but we're about to find out. Mainly because the era is why I'm questioning. If this were mid or early, or even somewhat into the late era, Romulan ships kinda skimp on point defense systems like D-type plasma torpedoes. But after that, then they start equipping them en masse. There are some Romulan ships that are basically four D-type plasma torpedoes and a whole bunch of phasers. Hello, Neutrino. Heavy raiders are still frigates technically. Interesting. So he's a tiny frigate with twin plasma torpedoes plus a D-type plasma torpedo. That's a pretty nice escort, actually. So yeah, hi Neutrino. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started here. We've gone through one mission so far, knocking out something. And now we're here, taking on a combined Romulan and Orion battlecruiser group. Oh, please don't cloak. He's going to cloak. He is absolutely going to cloak. If he doesn't, he's a fool. He is also doing quite high speed, and he's got two D-type plasma torpedoes, but he wild weaseled anyway. Interesting. I'm a fan of that plan. Oh, come on. I can start charging it. That's the important thing. We'll try and get up to a level 2 deploy, because I'm not super concerned about those plasma torpedoes, but I am concerned about him being able to get away. Phasers. Right down his throat because he opened it up. And we're going to be too close when this thing turns on. Yep, we are much too close. So actually I'm going to let him go. And hope he doesn't cloak. Full power. Get me away from him. About to drop a whole bunch of missiles en masse into his face. And that's what we were hoping for. Knocked through his forward shield, doing a decent amount of damage to him already. Didn't take any internal hits from that, although our forward shield is quite badly chunked. How's the BC? A single D-type plasma torpedo. That'll work out. So we'll probably be able to overwhelm him as well. Although I'm probably going to try and keep just down to phasers with this guy, because if we can knock him out completely with the phasers, then we won't have to worry about much. Hello, 3000. Howdy. Haven't played this game since I was a child. Lost my disc between the 15 years. The Dynaverse sells copies, I have been informed of. So if you go to Dynaverse, they will be able to help you out with that. Cloakless Romulan ships. It probably is a matter of he doesn't have the power to do it anymore. We hit him pretty hard. I mean, 103. He is, after all, only a destroyer. The reason why he's still able to use his D-type plasma torpedoes is mostly due to the fact that they don't cause any power. But yeah, that just probably it. He probably didn't have any power to cloak the ship at that point. So let's go on, help out the Toxin, although the Toxin probably has this handled. Oh no, the Toxin's the bad guy. Yeah, the Jackleg is getting a little bit messed up, so we're going to have to increase speed and charge right after him. And no repairs are needed at this time. I could probably prep a scatter pack. I'm going to do that, and a wild whistle. Already have one. I do not. Apparently we'd used a shuttle. So Toxin or Jackleg, one of the two, is hanging on to each other. I don't think this guy cloaks. We're going to open up with a nice little missile volley. And if we can get a second volley in on him immediately as a follow-up, we'll be in a pretty nice position. We did not have our reinforcements going at all. So let's put a decent amount into the forward shield. We'll also go up to 4, just to give us that defense shift of 2. And we'll come out slightly away from him. Where are you going, friend? Which direction are you going to take? Oh, don't pursue after me. Although Jack Legg's in a great position. It's an open shield. And a whole bunch of phasers. Yeah, that's a pretty decent engagement angle for those D-type plasma torpedoes. Just able to flick away from long range. But the one looks like it's going to get through. I'm going to make him shoot all of them before I fire. And I will fire more. Right on into his face. Let's see how he handles it. He's lost the D-type plasma torpedo. It's been sniped out by the Jack Leg. So excellent work. What is with all these ships having 6 of those gosh darn things? So that's a bit of a problem. We're going to launch a couple of missiles, add it to the whole fray. Our scatter pack's ready, but if we launch it, we'll lose these missiles, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, all of these pirate ships are packing 6 tractor beams, which is really gosh darn scary. Is that 7? No, not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because he shot down 2 of them. So Jackleg, can you just kill him, please? Because I'm getting concerned about how many tractor beams this guy's able to hold. I don't think that's legal. I think he's breaking some sort of interstellar law. But he is a pirate, so I guess that makes sense. So give me a proper angle on the open shield. There we go. Pop a whole bunch of missiles right in his face. And can I please get some tractor beams offline? No, he's just hanging on to all of it. Whoops. Yep. I meant to hit E. Oh well. Fire a couple more missiles. He's hanging on to this many. He's basically hanging on to death. If any of his tractor beams shut down, he's dead. I think that's going to hit. No. One hit, and then the tractor beams go offline. Perfect. Cascade failure into mission victory. That's exactly what we're looking for to happen. So closing session. Let's see how much prestige it's worth to take out a battlecruiser. 262 again? Really? Well, at least we didn't waste as many supplies in Marines. So we'll restock on ammunition. And we also need shuttles, unfortunately. Shuttles are cheap, though. And yep, we're good on all that. So not nearly as an expensive mission as the last one was. We're just going to have to keep blasting away here. I'm not doing Epicenter. Epicenter is a terrible mission. Yeah, it's worse than the Anomaly mission. Maybe. Possibly. The Anomaly mission is pretty bad. It's hard to get worse than that. Okay, so we've got 3 enemy ships right now. We've got a freighter, and a frigate. Okay, that's an interesting setup. PT-3 FRL. PT-3 should be 4 Phaser 3s, if I'm not mistaken. The FRL could be equipped with the plasma torpedo. That's a really common Romulan loadout. The frigate will probably have... This is what, a SNP? SNA. This might be equipped with 2 G-type plasma torpedoes. Well, maybe not. It's definitely it's an older design. So this may be one of their just upgraded old-style frigates, which are really common in the Navy, even this far on in the timeline. Like, yeah, they build a lot of new ships, but eventually they can only build so many. Here's my plan. I'm going to fire 4 off in this direction. I'm going to fire 2 off in this direction. And I'm going to go on this guy, hell for leather, just bore right on into him. I'm anticipating the PT-3 will shoot them all down, but he might crash stop. And if the PT-3 is what I think he is, then honestly, the small plasma armed freighters that I have will be able to take him. And who's packing all those photon torpedoes? Do I have friends, like actual combat friends? No, I don't. Oh, that sucks. So the SMP is probably the most dangerous target. I can't guarantee that. I mean, he could be packing twin plasma torpedoes. That's a real common Romulan Q-ship loadout, is just two F-type plasma torpedoes. It's really effective and is a fantastic Q-ship. But this, I don't know. Do not know at all. So, wrong button. Got a whole bunch of missiles over here. Oh, we can control 2. Yeah, it was the last ship we could only control a few. So we're about to find out exactly what these guys are equipped with. Soon. Very soon. At least that's the plan. What happened to the, did I fly so far away from him or something? He's got a single G. Okay, that's not good, bad. So he will definitely crash stop because of this then. Because a single G is not enough to survive all of this incoming. Unless he's stupid. Which he was. Okay. So, 1 dead. I'm also not seeing his buddy. Did the 4 missiles get through? Really? Online only designation of the community edition. That's a download for us CD driverless surfs. Yeah, I think so. I have a physical copy, so I don't know. All I know is that one of the guys, I think it was Linux, he had been working on it and he'd gotten a response back saying that it was a download from them. So that's all that I know. You can email them. They'll get back to you. Apparently a little bit slowly, but yeah. If you're concerned about it, email them. Find out. Otherwise, you can go to Amazon, and Amazon can ship you actual physical copies. Alright, so apparently the PT-3 did not attempt to defend himself from 4 missiles and died. And the SMA also did not defend itself from a couple of missiles and died. So the entirety of this convoy escort is basically a cakewalk at this point. I'm going to buff up the speed of time to maximum. We're just going to cruise on in here because he's only got a phaser 2 and a phaser 3. And are you cloaked? Really? He has nothing. He's not equipped with any weapon system. Stop being a coward. Decloak, fire photon torpedoes. There he goes. See? Bravery. Just got to give him a little bit of positive reinforcement, and they'll go with it. So, I'm tempted to fire missiles at him. Yeah, he's going to crash top. I'm reasonably certain he'll crash top. I mean, that's not a guarantee. The other 2 apparently did not. No, he's just going to let it go right on into him. I mean, you can control a lot of it, so there's that. Die, please. There we go. Bravery. I'd need to buy a disk drive if it were to do that via Amazon. Can't wait to play the Merak Masters. Yes, the Merak ships are the best. We've proven that. Scientifically, we've discovered this. So 314 prestige is our reward. Still not taking a... Oh, wow. Cartel defensive 80? 75? So these have got to be some kind of like home planets for this cartel, because the rest of them are like 4. I may head out and just hang out with those for a little while before I come back to this little group. How about this? What is this? No, it's also at 70. Oh, great. So this is going to be rough as all heck. We got a scan mission. It'll be nice, quick, and simple, hopefully. I mean, there generally is a random ship that's hidden behind a planet afterwards. But, hey, target planet. I'm fighting Nimbus? What? You're going to have to explain that one. Alright, so let's just get up to maximum power. There we go. Oh, there is an enemy ship. It's a freighter. It's a twin-hulled freighter. Oh, that's... You entered the wrong neighborhood, son. I don't know why you're here. I'd send a probe at you just to confirm my beliefs, but I'm fairly certain I'm not wrong. Also, we don't carry probes. Nimbus 3 is a massive Orion cartel planet. Really? Why would we be fighting Nimbus? We are the Orions. So let's come off over here. Yeah, you're an FLRG. You've got nothing. You have no defense against the dents that our vessel is dispensing. That's perfect. There we go. High target planet. Holy crap, you're scary. I'd rather not come on the ring side just because I'm worried about hitting rings, but... I mean, look at that. That's... Do you not worry about smashing into those rings? I do. Nothing feels better than baiting out decoys and tractors with MIRVs and killing them with 12 purple missiles. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. So the Orion cartel planet of Nimbus 3 is located in the middle of Romulan space. Something feels wrong there, or that was prior to the Orions becoming a faction with the multiple pirate cartels. Alright, so now that I can fly underneath the rings, I feel much safer for just coming in towards this thing. Yes, you can hit those rings. And the way that I believe / know this is because we have run into planetary assaults against ringed planets, and for some reason, just randomly, 2 explosions happen on either side of the planet. And yeah, that's defending ships exploding. Let's send the deep scan so we can figure out. On the surface, the playstyle is peak knuckle dragger, and there's no more technical nuance. It's like caveman one. It's the easy. So, I agree that it's the easiest style to get into, and it's the hardest style to master. So I think we definitely agree with that. Alright, so the primary objective is complete, and we have destroyed what I believe was the only secondary objective. And mission complete. Excellent. So let's rock and roll out of here. So a simple planetary scan, plus blowing up a random freighter. And how much prestige are you going to reward me with? Give me all of it. I deserve it, I think. 200. That's it. Well, I suppose that's all we have to work with. We'll go over to a patrol. Found the Romulan campaign to be exceedingly difficult. Like, as Romulans or against Romulans?
All hands on deck.
Because, I gotta say, Romulans are insanely strong. Like, I'm making a few top 10 videos and stuff like that. Well, top 8s. And Romulans come at the top of the list almost every single time. They have one of the most powerful abilities to cloak and have plasma torpedoes. Like, playing against the AI, even on hard with Romulans, the trick is you just fly at them, you fire pseudo-torpedoes, you turn away from them. The moment they dump their Wild Weasel shuttle, you turn back into them, and then the moment the shuttle turns off, you fire plasma torpedoes and cloak. Like, it's incredibly powerful. I would suggest you rewatch Campaign 8. It was the longest campaign by far, but that was mostly because it took our weapons forever to charge every time. Oh, this is a full-on battle. Okay, we got a freighter over here, we've got a light cruiser over here, and a light cruiser over here. So, full speed ahead. Like, who are you fighting, Neutrino? Because, to be fair, our Romulan campaign was against the Federation. That's not exactly the hardest thing to fight. So, if you're fighting, like, Gorn, I imagine that would be much more difficult. Because the Gorn can hurt you very badly. So, we're just going to continue to wait for you to decloak. I thought I'm going to kill your buddy over here. Oh, he cloaks as well. Well, that's just cute. Let's find out exactly what you've got. I'm going to guess you're packing twin F-type plasma torpedoes. You have twin plasma torpedoes, and they are twin Fs. Okay. I feel vindicated. Are you going to come at cloak? You are. Oh, you came at a cloak. You made a mistake, son. That's what I thought. Unfortunately, my scatter pack is not working, so the technique is not perfect. Starfleet Command 1, you mostly fight the Gorn as Romulan, since it's the only Starfleet Command that I have that works. Oh, okay, that's a difference then. I mean, I'm talking about Starfleet Command 2 Orion Pirates, which is what I always talk about. So, have you tried getting in touch with the guys at Hot and Spicy? Like, they should be pretty helpful, I think. And a little bit of damage to you, and now you're going to die. You've used up all your defenses. You have maybe 1 or 2 tractor beams. Oh, whoops. Okay, that was not cool, dude. I was paying attention to your buddy. You shouldn't try and hog the attention all the time. Share. Share the love. That shouldn't... Oh no, that definitely is real.
Helm, rapid turn now.
See if I can do this. See if I can turn in time. Well, I could turn in time, but it was fake. So, there's that. Whee! Alright, so let's find out exactly who we're fighting at this point. You've got a heavy war destroyer who is 2 of Plasma Fs, a Plasma D, and a expanding sphere generator. Oh, we blew out a missile launcher. That's not good. And then we've got you, who's a jerk, who fires when people's not looking at him. He's the kind of person who will attack you from behind. Can't trust those people. So we're going to have to make sure that nobody ever has to worry about that ever again. Unfortunately, he's going too slowly to mine. And that's not cool. Come out of cloak. You know you want to. I'll deal with you later then. I'll fire missiles right over his head. Oh, you've got a single D-type... Yeah, you did. I didn't pay attention to that. I said that. Did I only fire 3 missiles? Seriously? Am I out? Oh my god, I'm out. I forgot to go home to reload. It's gotta be an energy fight only then. Against a couple of Plasma F torpedoes. So let's just circle on in here and start getting started. Phaser barrage. You coming to cloak yet? You almost have a Plasma torpedo. The guy's also flying, won't catch him. Well, you can draw them into things. Except he's the only guy out here right now, so he's having a bad day. Oh, looks like we took a little bit of internal damage. Nothing too special, but now the Deathwing is not our friend. Oh, it's the Goblin that's the enemy. It's just burning along, not doing any real generation. Hi. Are you still alive? How are you surviving all of this firepower? Not anymore. He flashed for just a second, but the Goblin is still undercover. So, let's just... I guess we're going to have to keep doing rings around him. Oh, he is traveling fast enough to be caught by mine now. So, we have to do that then. Oh, wow. That was glorious for a second. But no, he went right back under. So we're just going to have to keep doing loops around him, and eventually he'll come out of cloak, he's not being shy, and he'll try and do something. And then we'll hopefully destroy him. Oh, he's coming out of cloak. Point blank range coming out of cloak. Keep in mind of that S-type plasma torpedo. And his steadily whittling away defenses. Hi, Oh, wow, just being kept out of cloak by all the mines. I think wild weaseling while cloaked is absolutely yes. Well, maybe. I'm not quite sure, actually. Can you cloak and use shuttles at the same time? I know you can use the shuttle bay hatch to drop mines out all the time. Let's fire our last missiles, see if it contributes anything to this fight. Never mind, it did not. But it was free, so we may as well use it. Alrighty. How much prestige will that reward us? Hopefully enough to cover the cost of the damage. Because it was actually pretty severe. 230. That might not do it. Popping back here. Hi, supply yard. Actually, shipyard first. We have 5,000, and I would like to buy a better ship. Do better ships exist yet? No. No, they don't. Actually, do they physically exist yet? Let's ask that question. Swing through all of these. Heavy war destroyers, strike carriers, patrol carriers, radar light cruisers, assassins. Nope. I think we've got... They're still not out. Jeez, they're still not out. So, 73 for the repairs. That's not a great bill. Plus the 60 on that. Also not a great bill. The shuttle. And the repair parts. And the single marine who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Missions. Patrol. There's like 4 frames that can drop a wild weasel under cloak, and it's nearly impossible for players, but the AI don't have the reflex to program which can do it. Ah. Well, they're vulnerable for those 4 frames. That's like saying being shot at by missiles while being flashed open by a mine is bullshit. So, we got a dreadnought and a heavy cruiser. That's scary. It's a firehawk and a condor. Even scarier. And we have the Fides. Oh god. And the Lunas. Okay. No. Absolutely not. No siree. I would take you on in my battleship, but not in this crappy pirate heavy cruiser who brought a maximum of 6 missiles to this fight. Not gonna do it. We're not suicidal. We believe in life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. All these things. So, goodbye. Toodaloo. Not gonna fight. If they had brought, like, a couple of pirate dreadnoughts, or maybe some carriers, sure, I'll rock and roll with you. I'll absolutely give it a try. But you give me 2 frigates and my group, and then you throw a dreadnought and a heavy cruiser, a firehawk at me, I'm gonna tell you to go away. 60 frames per second, 4 frames is near instant. It's 1 millisecond. You get almost 2 seconds to hit a flash ship. But therein lies the challenge, don't you see? I don't really care either way, if I'm 100% honest. Dropping a wild weasel against somebody who fired missiles at you while under cloak, the odds of the missiles hitting anyway are really low. I mean, the AI will take the shot, but the odds of it actually happening, because it immediately has to roll for keeping lock, and the odds of that happening are terrible. Oh, let's watch this guy. That's just sad. The Lunas duo is sitting here doing basically... Oh, there were 2 heavy cruisers. Oh, even better. And now it's just the Fides. The little tiny Fides, who is a freighter carrying a pallet, taking out a Condor Plus. Are you kidding me? Like, game, why did you even think this was a reasonable battle? This is ridiculous. By the way, our distance to them is 500. I just wanted to point that out. So yeah, he's having a bad day, but we do not get paid enough to fight that battle. No way, no how. These Romulan rebels clearly paid us off to try and assist, and they didn't tell us exactly what they were going to be doing. But I am not about to fight the entire Tal Shiar. I'll take the negative 75. I don't care. I'm not kidding. I'm not committing suicide. Not for some random Romulan rebels. Does not interest me in the slightest. DCRR-1 is a Hellraiser class. It is missiles and a pair of photons. So basically a Federation light cruiser. It's terrible. It's just awful. Can we please, for the love of goodness, start getting some X ships? It's almost 2,300. We should actually find out when X-type ships should start showing up for the pirates. I'm really tempted to do that. Just because I have no clue. A DNF? Really? Oh, it's a friend. Well, never mind. I'm all on board. Who are we fighting? Whole bunch of freighters. Okay. So, finally, we're on the right side of the law with this one. We've got a dreadnought escorting us. I am definitely on board with this plan. So we'll increase the speed of time. We will, of course, go through the standard things of Scatter Pack, Wild Weasel, Electronic Countermeasures, maximum on forward shields. Does anybody see the defending vessel? Because I don't. Did he go after the DNF? No? Well, maybe. I don't see him engaging anything. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out in relatively short order. But none of these guys have broken off to engage us.
Decoy shuttle ready.
So our defensive shuttles are prepared. We are ready to kill and destroy. And cause a little bit of damage on them. Oh, his shuttle base is still up, otherwise I would have fired missiles at him. I have time. Since I don't see any defenders, I've got the time to just sit here and do this. So that's the first freighter down. Wow. I don't understand why a Federation Plasma Dreadnought is currently out on maneuvers going after convoys. That seems like something that a Federation heavy cruiser would normally do. I mean, that's why they built them the way that they were. To be super long range, very fast, have all kinds of endurance. Oh, you brought plasma torpedoes. I see the plan that you had. Cunning. It was a cunning plan, and you did some damage to my ship, so I've got to give you credit there. You actually took off an entire point of power from me. So I'm not happy with you, but we'll deal. And we've got the last guy in the convoy. See if we can't turn away in time. Aha, we did. Vessels. Oh, I'll stop. So you've just stopped with a Federation Dreadnought following you. How do you feel? Well, he feels to be all over the place, scattered. Can't bring himself together. And another convoy down. Taking on these Prime Industries worlds is going to be a very long endeavor. I mean, they've got... Oh, now it's down to 20. Oh, it's just the planets that are super high. Okay, that works for me. Shipyard. I really need to stop checking the shipyard. I'm just going to disappoint myself. In fact, I'm going to find that out. I'm going to find that out right now. Save. Back off. Exit campaign. Just for a second. I want to see. Yes, the Orions. So, light cruisers. Let's see when they start getting X-Series destroyers. And if they don't, then what gives? They don't. Okay. Do you get X-Series heavy cruisers? No? 2293. What's going to show up? CX. Okay, so the CX has R-type plasma torpedoes, photon torpedoes, and plasma X's. Alright, that's slightly better. You're making me feel a little less bad about this. So we need to keep an eye out for CX. And how about in the Dreadnought range? Got Mobster Light Dreadnoughts, Obians, and Godfathers. Do you got anything in the frigate line? I don't think I'm looking for anything out of line here. But apparently so, because they do not have them. So 2293 was the CX. Okay, that's an interesting problem. So, our next period where we are going to be getting a brand new ship is not going to happen until 2293 with the CX series of vessels. And we can get either a missile version, which we're not going to, or we can get the CX-3, which I think we definitely probably want. Yeah. Which will have a single plasma R, 2 missile launchers, and 10 phaser X's. So it's basically our ship, except a little bit bigger. Which is not amazing. Orions, you disappoint me on so many levels. So we'll go back to our Orion Cartel, load the game, and rock and roll back on a target. Oh, I forgot to repair the ship, didn't I? No, apparently I did. I forgot to reload. Wait, we seriously didn't take any damage? That seems wrong to me. MET-10 patrol, rock and roll. So yeah, no escort on the last convoy assault, which was definitely weird. That is not common whatsoever. So we're going to have to... Oh, it's a DNF. It's still with us. Hi, it's the Richards, apparently. So that works out for me. And we got an FHM, which is a Firehawk. Great. Exactly what I want to fight, is Romulan Firehawks while trying to take on Prime Industries. This has nothing to do with you, Romulans. This is purely an internal pirate matter. You don't need to get involved. We don't want to fight your big, powerful, amazing plasma vessels. We've also got a little tiny light cruiser. I'm really tempted to let the Firehawk go duke it out with a Federation dreadnought. I think that's exactly how things should go. Fire a couple of missiles his way to see if he can't get his attention. Mainly, I want to take away his ability to deploy a Wild Weasel. So that he... Well, that ain't happening. Hi, buddy. That's what I thought you'd do. I figured you would do something similar to that. So I made a mistake, which apparently did not end in a mistake, because apparently he ran out of ammo. I'm bored with this, but still, it's what it is. Well timed, sir. I don't think I'm going to be able to just get missiles through on him. I'm going to focus on it, but I don't think it's going to work that way. Stay away from the Firehawk. Stay away from the Firehawk. Oh, jeez. That was a time when I probably should have used my Wild Weasel. I probably should have slowed down the speed of time, but I want to see what I can get done doing this. It's amusing me. So, missiles will not get through, so we need to focus more on these things. So, plasma torpedoes. It did not quite work, but that's okay. There we go. Drive-by shooting, taking a lot of damage in this fight. Federation, this is your battle. I mean, it's your war after all. We're just pirates. Although the Federation is doing quite a number on this guy. Absolutely blitzing through. We're going to add our missiles to the volley, just to see what he does with it. He is going at the exact same speed as our missiles, so there is that. Wow, the Federation should be taking no damage. I feel a little bit gypped. Federation vessel, you should be taking all the damage. You're supposed to be taking the damage for us. Isn't that all about your altruism? That's a nice little fleet battle there. Easy to feel confident when you've got a dreadnought on your side. And that's 186 prestige, which is not terrible. Anything beyond that? No. No, the game is going to continue to toy with us. It's going to not give us sufficient prestige. Well, no, we have sufficient prestige. But I want bigger ships. And the game will not give me bigger ships for some reason. I don't think I did anything wrong, but apparently so. Oh, look! It's a CX! It's a CX-2, unfortunately, which is just our ship with missile racks. Close, but I want this one. 3 photon torpedoes and a plasma R. Or, you know, 5 photon torpedoes and 2 missile racks. I'd prefer to have the plasma R if I'm completely honest with you. So, okay, apparently it is 2293. Alright, that's perfect. So we need to be on the lookout for a CX in the future. They will cost around 4,500. So, hey, let's head out and find a mission. Oh, wrong flight. We're going to be dueling in neutral territory. Quarters. Interesting. So, prepare to set us out into cause of disturbance, question mark. Oh, it's the planet that's going to shoot us. And the planet that won't shoot us. We'll go to the planet that doesn't shoot us first. It's nicer. So we'll charge up all of our weapon systems. I will prepare a scatter pack and a Wild Weasel just in case. I know that we probably won't have to use the Wild Weasel, as generally it doesn't allow us to... It has the enemy vessel automatically off and will not activate until you shoot at it. So there is that going for us. So cruising on towards the planet. Let's do that and that. There we go. That way we charge the battery. And I want maximum electronic countermeasures. I want a full shield reinforcement because it's funny. And just give me all the power on the ship. So cruising on towards the first planet, we'll scan it. We'll move on to the second one, which will shoot at us. We'll scan that. And then we'll move on out. And behind this planet, there should be some sort of like a heavy cruiser or something that we could probably engage if we really wanted to. It's offline right now, so there's no real danger to us. So, hey, give us some bonus prestige. I'm not sure it's worth it. So let's get ready to scan the planet and not smash into the planet. That would be horrifically bad. So, as soon as we finish knocking out Prime Industries, we will then move on to a different stream campaign. I'm not sure what it would be, but Prime Industries must be destroyed first. That's the target that we selected, and the faction that was selected for us. Alright, scan the planet. Tell me exactly what's on board here. Can you talk to people on the planet? No. They will not let us hail the indigenous inhabitants. Nothing of interest on the planet. That's incredibly boring. Science, I demand you give me something of more importance. So we will cruise away, hopefully not smash into things. Show me the PLPH. There it is. This planet will shoot at us after we finish scanning it. So not a lot of fun. And start. coming around. There it is. It's another Gorn heavy battlecruiser. Seriously, what the heck? Just sitting there, in cloak, doing nothing. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can't make this work. Wait for it. 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 Turn away. Turn away. Oh wait, no, he's gonna Wild Weasel all of that. Let me guess. Wait for it. Wait for it. No, it did 48 damage. Excellent. Continue to engage from maximum range. Oh, it was a pseudo-frigate tender. Even worse. More missiles got through. Excellent. And then I'm going to target you. I only need a single missile to knock you out. Boop. Unfortunately, you got your missile away. Boop. And keep targeting you. So that'll take out his pseudo-frigates. They are harmless. Mostly. Missiles heading over towards you. Break off. He is, of course, preparing a Wild Weasel. At some point, he will use it, I assume. And there it is. Excellent. I can continue to engage. Now, this side is actually his full strength side. He took all his damage on the other side, which is, I think, maybe I'm wrong with that. We'll find out. Getting more hits in. We've almost got it. So we've managed to mostly decimate his defenses at this point. We've knocked out shields on both sides. Full power, full power. Get me the heck away from that thing. And dump out a whole bunch of missiles now. While you're at it, may as well get him out. So nice, easy missile engagement at this point. Destroyed. Wonderful. Alrighty, so completely annihilated the Gorn cruiser. Now we can head on over to the planet, scan it, and get the heck out of here. Safety will be ours. So we're going to just get over onto this corner over here just so we can drift off the side of the map the moment it starts shooting at us. And it will start shooting at us. That's the unfortunate truth of things. The planet does not like us. Why? I do not know. We'll line up nice and gently. Slow down. Start the deep scan. We're getting awfully gosh darn close to this planet. Urzuli. The planet of Urzuli. There we go. We scanned the planet. We're gone. Mission complete. We scanned the planet successfully. We're done here. We are not about to handle any more of that. Taking out a planet is difficult if you don't have the right ship, and nearly impossible for a pirate, but we got 400 prestige for that, so I'm on board with that one. Shipyard high. I'm looking for a CX-1? Was the 5-photon torpedo? No. What is CX-3? I have made my demands. LX-3 is not interesting. We had when we were the Beast Raiders, we had a fantastic ship. It was a destroyer. Except it was a full-on X-Series destroyer, and it just absolutely decimated the competition. I believe that it was carting, I believe it had Gatling 2 phasers. And it was such an excellent ship, and we were able to go through quite a lot of missions with it without having to modify it or do anything. Well, you can't modify ships in this game, but without having to worry about getting into a newer, better ship. And we basically ended up, by the end of that campaign, just spamming a whole bunch of smaller destroyers. And it worked out fantastically. So we will cruise on up to speed and get ready to annihilate whoever we come across. So in about 10 minutes, we will be switching over to be playing Rogue Tech. I've recently actually updated the game again. So we are on like 0.995 for the patch, which has included several new and interesting mechs, which we are nowhere near being able to get to in either our mainline campaign or our current stream campaign. But I'm looking forward to eventually running into them. So he's... wow, I'm going to have to bait him into those missiles if I want them to hit it all. Why would you do that, buddy? Why? Wow, he handled all of that, and only one missile got to him. That's defensive right there. More missiles. More missiles. Gotta keep firing at him. Although, on the bright side, his plasma torpedoes have been used. I really don't like you. You have made my life very difficult. cruise on right in here. Just cruising at maximum speed here. He just does not care. Not sure I'm going to be able to beat him without actually thinking a little bit more tactically about this. And setting up, you know, proper fighting. We did get a good hit off through, but he then decimated my forward shield. God. D-type plasma torpedoes are evil and should never have been existed, and I'm fairly certain they're a war crime. We have no forward shield, we have no aft shield, which is not great. And also we have to rely on getting in close with our energy weapons, which is also not great. So I'm going to try and sideways this in. If you do that to me, I'm going to do this to you. And I'm going to have to take a mine. You shouldn't have enough plasma torpedo capability. Now you cloak. Oh, you little... You punk. I hate Romulans. I hate fighting Romulans so much. Like being the Romulans. Romulans are fantastic. But, when they do this, when they disappear because they can, although I think I've run him out of ammo at this point. You're gonna decloak? You gonna actually fight me? No? You're gonna stay under? Although it does look like he might be out of ammo for his D-type plasma torpedoes, which would be great. I didn't think he'd be able to run out of ammo that quickly, but hey, I'm gonna take it. So we need to get around to him. Oh, of course he comes uncloaked the moment I start increasing speed time. Are you gonna come back and fight me, or what? Because if you keep running away, I'm more than willing to let you do that, but your AI physically will not let you run off the map, so not sure what your plan is here, buddy. Should probably put on a forward shield. That would probably be helpful, as well as electronic countermeasure. Alright, he's about to go to maximum speed. Romulan, Romulan, Romulan. Why do you do things like this? We could be friends if you weren't such a jerk. I think his D-type plasma torpedoes ready, or his D-type plasma torpedoes are ready to go again.
Repairing warp drive.
All right, come on, stop. Like, what is your plan here, buddy? You can't leave the map, so are you just gonna waste everybody's time? Because it really feels like that's exactly what you're doing. I can't fire missiles at him. He's traveling too fast. You know what? I'm leaving. You can do whatever you want over there. Come after me, bro. This is my plan. It might work. Sometimes this does. Well, he stopped, so there is that. That part of the plan has effectively worked. If he turns away to run, I'm going to do that again. Because I really don't like it when the AI gets in this evasion loop. It's like, well, are you going to fight this battle or not? You're able to hold that many missiles? How? Well, there's no way I'm going to capitalize on that. So I'm going to, again, we're just going to leave the map and then we'll fire back at him. AI, sometimes you're really, really dumb. Well, you know, actually, no, this is incredibly smart of him to do. Like, it makes no sense for him to attempt to actually fight me on normal levels like this. Did you just take that? Did all of that damage go right on into you? Because I have no idea. This is again. I got 2. Not great. We're just about out of ammo. And at the end of the day, he still has 2 plasma torpedoes, which is why I don't want to get right up into his face. Because he can shoot me down quite easily. You are just the worst. And let that missile barrage be a lesson to you. So at this point, we have no more missile launchers. And we're down to just energy armament. This is why I wanted that CX. Because an R-type plasma torpedo cannot run out of ammo. It's a very, very handy thing. Hi, Fallen Planet. I'm just going to shoot at you. Well, the holes that you have in your ship. Hi, Marines. If I wanted to steal the ship, I'd have to kill 5 people. This is entirely doable and will be attempted. That shouldn't be real, but I'm not willing to test it. So I'm just going to increase the speed and leave it. Burn it down so that it can't harm me. And we will be safe and sound. Cut that out. And start to come around. You're a clever little one. Although apparently you're down to 1.5 points of speed, which, if that's the case, I'm very, very happy. We're about to find out if he has no plasma. It should have some phasers. Okay, more damage getting on through. And his speed is actually quite high. Oh, we still had a missile? Was I just not paying attention? I think that's entirely likely. Alright, so he's holding on to that. Go back up in speed. I want to destroy you just out of principle at this point. You've annoyed the heck out of me, and now I want to annihilate you from existence. Hi, Marines. How much longer? 2. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it if he survives this pass. Never mind. We're done with him. Victory is ours. We're going to personally thank that captain for the wonderful battle he just gave us by annoying the heck out of us. So we're going to capture the ship and maybe ransom it back to the Romulans, but I think I'm going to sell this one to the Federation just because the Romulans have irritated me. I wish you could actually do things like that in this game. If you could, like, capture ships and then sell them to different parties just to gain favor or to help other factions, I think that would be a very interesting mechanic. Unfortunately, that's not likely to be patchable into this game. Alright, we've seized the vessel, the Flammapenna. It is now ours to do with as we will. We're actually going to wrap up our the Starfleet Command side of the stream. We'll be hopping over into Rogue Tech. It's a fun game. At least I think it's fun. Except it does take a little while to boot up. So, we're almost at 5,000 prestige. Hi, Shipyard. You got a C3 just yet? Because that's frankly the only ship I'm interested in buying from you. Oh, get back to me. Let that boot up in the background while we look for our C3 vessel. CX2. Nope. Now, this is going to be one of those things where we're going to probably be pursuing it for months. In-game months, but months. Also, I have no idea how much it's going to cost me. Alright, it's 2293, 2394. Shipyard at a different location. Come on, you gotta have one. I know everybody's gonna want one, but I want one first. And I think I deserve it because I have the prestige to buy it right now. Ah, well. So let's go in. Make sure we top off our ship for the next time we play. And we will head on over to the other game. So that's a vessel generated and created. Save that. And, oh, Protec's still not ready. So yeah. This gives me a good excuse to wait around for just a little bit to see whether or not the C3 comes with a with an update. Because the CX2, we don't want to do the same thing. We're definitely running into a problem where we just can't punch past people with only 6 missile launchers. You really do need more at this point, especially in Rogue, not Rogue Tech, especially in Orion Pirates Plus, because there's so many more ships with so much more variety. So, oh, that was some kind of update. Right, let's see what you got. And CX1. Hello, Pathogen. Welcome to the stream. We're actually just about to switch games at the moment. We've just finished the Orion Pirates Plus part of the stream with our Orion Cartel save. And we will be moving over into Rogue Tech for the rest of the time. Actually, let me change things over right here to Rogue Tech! Exclamation point, because you know it's fun. Alrighty. So, let's get out of this then. Back out, exit campaign, exit game. And Rogue Tech. Oh, magic. All the magic. Also, lets me come over to OBS and turn off display capture. Starfleet Command does not record, I guess, properly is the way I want to say. And so it has to capture my whole screen when I'm doing that. Alright, so back to the sandbox and let's load things up. We were on Tread's career. The retreads begin back up. We're 29 days into the campaign, which is really, really early days. I mean, the mainline proper canon storyline that we did with Voodoo's Marauders, that took 800 days. And even Starburst Sardaukar is at 330 days at this point. So, yeah, we are very early days. Now, recently we came off a very bad engagement. We lost quite a lot of systems, took a lot of damage because, well, the enemy was incredibly stubborn. But this is an opportunity to rebuild and refit, and hopefully not go bankrupt. Otherwise, we're going to have to be buying a whole bunch of new supplies, and that, or starting a whole new campaign, honestly. So, at this point, I believe we have a Wolverine, a Crab, and 2 lighter mechs. Don't quite remember what they were. They weren't as important or impressive. A Trebuchet, that was the other one. And the last one definitely was a light mech. But I don't know what kind of light mech it was. I keep wanting to think Javelin, but that's clearly not the case because I believe it had a lot of extra equipment on it. It was a Firefly, maybe? Yeah, I think it was a Firefly. That would make sense. But yeah, the Crab lost an arm, which was not great because that had a light autocannon 5 in it. And the Wolverine just got gutted. It lost like half the mech, which took away a couple of really nice systems, including, well, 2 X-Pulse lasers, which were really nice. I don't know if I lost the mask off of it. I hope that we didn't, because the mask was a very fun and interesting system to use because it allowed you to sprint at absolutely absurd distances. But if it's gone, well then, pain. Pain and agony is what we're going to have to be dealing with. Congratulations, Sean, on your brand new washing machine. I hope that it operates quietly and smoothly and does not explode on you, like mine did once. Just one day was walking through the house and suddenly, no! I think we broke it. It failed to load the save file. Oh no. Is retreads already done for? That's the real question here. Because it failed to load the save file. That's a bit of a problem. I do have a backup save, but I'm concerned. Is the game going to actually go back for me, or am I going to have to knock it down? I did not update to the new expansion. I have specifically told it that it's not allowed to do those things. So, at least I'm fairly certain I did. In fact, I know I did because I was playing this last night. So, settings. Yep, yeah, I have it set to not update. Because, frankly, I was more interested in playing Rogue Tech than I was with playing around with the new Flashpoint stuff. Yeah, I know it doesn't work with Flashpoint yet. In fact, if you check out the Rogue Tech subreddit, Lady Alenka was spitting nails earlier because Flashpoint apparently is a little bit more designed to be mod resistant, so it was not quite as compatible as she wanted it to. They found a couple of workarounds, but it was not pretty. So they've already got, I believe, an alpha going up on their Discord, but they're still very much a work in progress. They don't have anything ready for us normal players who don't want to be doing that as of yet. So we're gonna have to restart this thing because it was not loading up anything else. I will try the other save because I've got a couple of them that I save as backups and the like, just in case things like this happen. But hopefully it'll work out. That's the hope and the dream. Because otherwise we're going to have to completely remake the retreads, and we had a fantastic start. We had a start so good that I'm not sure that I want to do that start again, because it gave us so much special equipment, it was almost unfunny. Like, the Wolverine alone with the rotary autocannon and all that extra supplies is amazing. And then the fact that we apparently rolled up every single special variant thing that we could possibly get our hands on, yeah, that was a little bit crazy. So let's see if we can't load back in here and try this again. Although talking over dead air is not exactly the most fascinating thing, but there's not a whole heck of a lot I can do. We tried setting this up behind the scenes behind us looking at Starfleet Command, and unfortunately, well, we crashed. So, merging all of the things. Done. It says it's done, so let's see if we can go. Yes. Sandbox. Load. Try a different save. So we'll try this one. Load game. And if this one doesn't work, we will try the next one down. And if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna restart we'll restart the campaign entirely, which would kind of suck. But we are only 30 days in, so it's not terrible. It's not like we're getting rid of 800 days worth of progress, which could happen. Hopefully not, but yeah, I tested out Starburst campaign just the other day. I recently updated the version of Rogue Tech I was playing, and I tried last night the new version with Starburst campaign, and that worked out fine. So this would be a problem with the retreads. So, hopefully it ain't broke. So, if it ain't broke, the issue... It has... If it ain't broke, it hasn't been issued to the infantry? What? Oh, I get what it's saying. It's just not as clever as I would probably like to think it was. So we're going to give the retreads this try and one more try, and if that doesn't work, the retreads are going bye-bye, and we'll be starting a brand new one. Which, you know, a little bit sad. I was pretty interested in the retreads and how they were going to be doing. Starting out with as much heavy equipment as we did was actually really fun. But, sometimes things do not go well. Sometimes they go fantastically well. We'll find out shortly which one this is going to be. So... Come on, I know you can show me. It's going to take a little while, though, unfortunately. Everything about Rogue Tech takes a little while. But then again, everything about Battletech takes a little while. The game is just a tad, how do I put this, slow? It's not the most amazingly optimized game ever. They're still working on it. It is a good game, though. It's a good foundation. And the fact that Rogue Tech's been able to do all that it has with it is something that's really notable. And I like that a lot. So, I can't... Nope, that one failed to load too. Alright, we've got one left. If that one doesn't load, then we are all screwed. So, let's set up... We got one last chance for the retreads. Let's see if they will survive. And pop over here. Make sure that that's... And play. But yeah, the fun thing about Rogue Tech is just all of the options that it gives you. The fact that you can basically build anything that you want. The fact that it gives you all the fusion cores, all the extra equipment to change things out and gyros and all that. That makes the game so much more interesting. Because I was actually having a problem at times, especially in the building during the normal Battletech game. It was like, I have no choices here. I've got basically an AC-20 and a couple of SRMs, and that's it. Because the LRMs were not useful unless you boated them. Lasers were really mediocre because they didn't play with the stability mechanic, which was a huge mechanic to be introduced. So without that, it really kind of felt, well, lackluster. So. Alright, are you going to play this time, game? Are we actually going to get things rolling? Because I like to have things rolling quite well. Loading the mod manifests, and then it'll have to extract a couple of things, and then it'll be ready to go, and we'll give one last try for the retreads. Yeah, losing them would be, kind of terrible. I hope this is not going to be indicative of all the other ones, though. Because if all of my save files are broken, then what the heck was I testing last night? Alrighty, sandbox, load. This is your last chance, retreads. If event auto-resolved doesn't save you, then there's no saving you. And we're going to move on to a different location. So it appears to be thinking about it. It's attempting it. But, hey, the last two ones have failed. Let's see if number 3 is the charm. I believe in you, game. Not amazingly so at this point, because you failed twice, but I believe in you enough that maybe the third time will be the thing that happens, that lights the spark of rebellion and all that. God, that was a painful speech back in that movie. In any event, it's thinking about it. It's definitely thinking about it. It's giving it a chance. A thunderbolt to the lower leg actuator. Well, that's a version of the Skyrim joke that I haven't heard in a while. I would like to continue going on not hearing that joke ever again. That joke got so ridiculously overused. And I'm not even a Skyrim player. So let's see if the retreads can actually work with this one, or is it was fate that it all failed out. Otherwise, we're going to rebuild a company real quick, and a different planet other than Rosselhog. The mech that Rosselhog gives you is just way too ridiculously strong. Also a little bit boring. I don't like Wolverines. Got a buddy of mine who uses Wolverines as one of his main mechs in a tabletop Battletech game that I play, and just never been a fan of it. It's always kind of let me down in-game whenever I've had to use it for him. So, I would prefer other mechs. Other more varied and crazy mechs. Part of me actually wants to try a clan campaign just to get one of the special mechs that recently got introduced in the new version. But the other part of me is like, I do not want to have to deal with clans. Because clan tech is absurd and it makes the early game incredibly painful. Because I don't think it modifies your pilot for clans. If it does, then that might be actually a viable start. But nope, the retreads are just dead. That's not going to work at all. Well, we gave it a shot. We gave it a try. And it failed to be. So a new campaign will have to be generated, since the retreads have failed to operate properly. So, hey, that kind of sucks. I'm not too happy about that. So, losing all of that is not going to be cool. But again, only 30 days. It was only 2 missions. So, we'll try it again. We'll try with a new company, and we'll rebuild to something. Yeah. Yes, Pathogen, what you gonna do? We tried 3 times. At this point, I'm not gonna try a 4th time. Besides, I like getting the new equipment. I think it's interesting. So just randomly generating is always fun. And maybe we'll get some cool and interesting mechs like Bushwhackers. Oh, in the main campaign, we just got the Bushwhacker fixed. Like, today's episode went up, and we didn't have the Bushwhacker for it, but it is now ready and, well, ready to rock, and I can't wait to use it. Because I'll finally be able to see what the LBX-20, or the LB-20X does. So, that's a lot of firepower that it's going to be able to dish out. Now, granted, it separates that firepower into fairly small, discrete chunks, but it's still a 20 autocannon. It's still quite powerful, I hope. If not, we have another autocannon. We have a normal AC-20 in backup. It just doesn't have the +1 accuracy, which is one of the main reasons why I threw it on there. But we are starting to get into decent gunnery levels in the main campaign, so that may not be quite as required. Alrighty, let's start a brand new one, since the retreads did not work. So starting up everything from scratch all over to begin with. If you guys want any input, feel free to shout things out. Just keep in mind there's about a 14-second delay between what you see and what I see from the chat. So I may have to go back on things just a little bit, and I may ramble on a little bit just to give you guys a little bit more time to look at things. So, but first, now on to another loading screen. This has been nothing but loading screens for the past 10 minutes as we try and get this game to actually work. It was working last night. It's been working all week, and last week, and the week before. Ugh. My main concern, though, is whether or not the new patch is going to break old rogue tech saves, because if it does, then we will be losing Starburst Sardaukar, and we've gotten a lot done in Starburst Sardaukar. We've gotten ourselves into a mostly stable position. Once we get the Bushwhacker back online, we'll be in a position to really continue to fight and do battle. Victor Gustavo Ramos Almeida. The loading screens are long. Well, yeah, but it doesn't help that we've had to try and load the save file 3 times over. So that would have been a lot shorter if we if the retreads had actually loaded up properly the first time. Oh, we're skipping this. I don't feel like being mentally assaulted by the audio jungle. No, I'm not sure. Alright, we're here in the Rig and Reach, and we're going to start with somebody. Let's see, so we were the Turian Concordant, and the retreads had originally been the,
Standing by.
They were related to Ostagard. We're currently doing a Magistracy of Canopus campaign for our normal Rogue Tech campaign, and our first campaign ever was a Davian campaign. So we've got to come up with somebody else. We've got the Draconis Combine if we want to be Space Japan. We've got the House of Merrick if we want free worlds in our name. I'd rather not do Federated Sons or Magistracy of Canopus simply because, well, we did them before. We go House Steiner for the Germans who are crazy and do 400-ton Scout Lances. We could be Space Communist China with the Confederation, House Liao. The Rimward Periphery if we don't actually want to be associated with anybody. And the Deep Periphery if we really want to get away from it all. And I'm actually really thinking about doing that. Go Deep Periphery? Just out in the middle of nowhere? That might be a little bit fun. We'd get a heavy machine gun, a light machine gun, a pirate machine gun, and a whole bunch of different kinds of machine gun ammo. A Rimward Periphery would be a little bit closer in. We get light, medium, and heavy rifles plus rocket launcher 5 to 20. So a lot of just small random options. Well, we did the Turian Concordant, and they get some interesting weapon options, just nothing useful. I mean, it's different. Oh, it's Inferno ammo. That's actually a little bit more useful than I thought. Lau gets stealth armor, null sigs. Fun, but also hard. Oh, the Deep Periphery? Yeah. Wow, that's a fantastic start. ECM, Electronic Warfare Suite, a Nullsig, and Stealth Armor. That's amazing. And then we get large, medium, and small pulse lasers, plus a targeting computer if we go Steiner. The Free Worlds League gets streaks, which is really cool. And Kurita gets a whole bunch of different kinds of PPCs, which could also be really cool. I'm going to lean to the Rim Road. We're going Rim Road Periphery. So we're going to go... see what those bonuses... Honestly, I want to keep something thematic. Reinforced cockpit, plus gunnery, plus guts. Yeah, we're going Family Betrayed. Betrayed and Left for Dead out in the Rim Road Periphery. I'm on board with that one. So obviously we're going to go Frontier Freelancer. Or anything to give me plus gunnery? I could go Solaris Gladiator, but that feels contrived. We've got to go Frontier Freelancer. We're out in the middle of nowhere. And since we're out in the middle of nowhere, not bad face. That's terrible. Let's see. Do we have a good portrait for us? Oh yeah, that's perfect.
I'm here.
Get through all the female voices.
You have my good to go.
Receipt ready for orders. Ready for orders. I'm your spaniel. Standing by. Waiting for orders. Waiting for orders. Aye, yup. Aye, aye. How can I help?
Yeah, we're doing this. Lunchbox, no. Sledge, perfect.
Talk to me.
Me, Galloway.
I've got your
Sergio Galloway.
How can I help?
Reese Galloway.
Talk to me.
Isaiah Galloway. I'm on board.
I've got your
That was a lot faster than the last time. Alright, so we are Isaiah Sledge Galloway. And we were abandoned out in the middle of nowhere. We were betrayed. And we then became a Frontier Freelancer. So this ought to be interesting. Hopefully. Alrighty, so we are, of course, starting on the normal place. And I'm going to quickly change the name of this company. Not reputation, customized company. Because it's too perfect a name not to go with. So we are Sledge's Hammers. And any hammer-like thing that you got. That could work. It's a lightning bolt, not a hammer, but it looks kind of like a hammer. That's literally the thought process going on there. Come on, someone's got a big sledgehammer to hit something with, right? Lots of swords. Too many swords. You would think that something as large and heavy as a battle mech would be a lot more common. That's a mace, but that may have to do. And what are you? Just a fang? Home improvement? Nope. No idea what most of these things are. Mad Cat, Pirates, Panda Paw, Hello Kitty. Perfect. Didn't even see that. Alrighty, so let's check out what kind of mechs we are currently rocking and rolling with at the start of this very game. And we start with a crab. It's not a king crab, this is just the placeholder model, and after Lady Alenko finishes working on things, I'm certain that these crabs will be changed into actual crabs, which will look awesome. Unfortunately, we have a blackjack. It's a BJA, the Arrow. It's a special blackjack, to be sure, but I don't like blackjacks, so... we also got a Hunchback 4H, which, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's the AC-10 plus the medium lasers, which is the weaker Hunchback, and a Jenner F. So, let's check a couple of things out real quick, see exactly what it is we're getting involved with. But I thought that was case 2 that I saw. It is case 2. Oh, this is the same crab as we had before. So, part of the Treads Retreads, this crab they had as one of their backup crabs, and it had the light AC. So this is a really good one. This is perfect for us. This will be really nice to have. I'm actually really happy about that one. And then Arrow is a special blackjack. It has upgraded machine guns, which will work out really good for us because we've got a whole bunch of extra machine guns we can throw on this thing. Assuming it doesn't come fully equipped with all the machine guns in the world. Yeah, triple machine gun pluses. So, 50% chance to deal critical damage. Large pulse in the CT, plus 2 medium lasers. Really? You put machine gun ammo in the head. Sorry, that just seems kind of dumb. Could be wrong, but it actually looks to be a fairly decent mech if you can get in close. A Hunchback 4H honestly needs no introduction. It's a very standard stock style of mech here. So normally a Hunchback would have an AC-20 up here, but they decided to give this one an AC-10. I'm not quite sure what they changed to it, because I don't think the movement's improved any. Nope, it's a 4.6, so I'm going to guess that it's probably just armor. Probably. But in any event, it's a very normal-ish Hunchback. And a Jenner F, which I don't think has any modifiers. No, just the restricted actuators. And according to this, oh, are you going to be just the quad laser spam? Yeah, quad laser spam. Okay. So also very standard mech. So our only real standout is, honestly, the Crab. I mean, Arrow is cool, but Arrow is machine guns. It's based on machine guns, so it's not going to be amazing. Let's check out the meat. So we've got, of course, us, Sledge. We're going to go gunnery, gunnery, piloting, piloting. We're going to do that because we need the unsteady threshold. And then after that, we'll probably go into guts to punch people, but I'm not sure. So, lock that training. We've also got Whisper with us. Whisper sounds like a tactics name, so I'll go with that one and that one. And I'm going to risk Whisper just a little bit by not giving her immediately the additional to her health. We've got Paladin. Sounds like a punchy name. So we're going to go into that. Plus, yeah, we'll go more gunnery. Gunnery, 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 gunnery. Way more important. And then Mummy Bear is our last one. We've also got Behemoth Decker, Glitch, Medusa. We're going to sell them. As cool as they are, they currently are part of the Marauders, and so not available to us. Mummy Bear, I need a piloting expert, but you do not sound like a piloting expert. So, or did I already get one? No, I did not. So if I wanted, we need to do that. More gunnery. Always gunnery. Lock that in.
Mech warrior training complete.
All right. Let's generate contracts and let the long period of time with that one going. So have it connect to Comstar/MercNet, which at this point, I don't think MercNet exists anymore, does it? And now we need to quickly click away because it's about to try and generate all the contracts and it's going to get very stuck doing that. So you click away real quick, wait a little while for it to actually go away. Once it finally gets into the barracks, you're good to go to hop right back into the command center and ready to pick some contracts. So it's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. It's just about done. And by the time we get it back into here, it should be fine. Normally it is. That's how I normally do it. So take me back to the contracts. Yep, here we go. All right, we got the entirety of the list. We're, of course, going to take the half-skull missions first. We've got 2 mediums and 2 lights. So we're not going to do anything too clever. Oh, we've got an assassinator off the back. He does his own stunts. So we're going to take maximum salvage on that one, because generally an assassination mission will be the way that you start. Yes, Sean, we are doing Sledge's hammers because treads retreads did not work out. So, oh wow, actually no, we've got 3 medium mechs. We could probably start taking higher level missions already. Although we do have really terrible pilots. Is the start less amazing? Yeah, it's less amazing than the first one. We got the same crab, so it's the exact same crab as what we got before. Arrow is a machine gun blackjack, so it's not amazing. Then we got a very stock Hunchback 4H, which is the AC-10 version, also not amazing. And then a Jenner, which is laser spam. We want to give Paladin something that can punch, because Hunchbacks should have battle fists, which should make them very powerful in close combat compared to other mediums. Total damage is 25, really? Somebody needs to bring it up to Lady Lego that Hunchbacks are stack equipped with battle fists. We'll give Whisper the Jenner, and Mummy Bear can be the repositioning Arrow. May want to switch these two around. Screw it. I'm giving Paladin the Hunchback. So it's a decent start. It's not as terrible as some of the starts I got when I was doing my testing. But this should work out just fine. So the Crab is currently equipped with 2 light AC-5s plus an additional couple of, I think it's medium lasers, and then a MRM-10 pack, or not MRM, but MLM, multiple launch system. I forget the name itself. It's basically an SRM and an LRM launcher at the same time. It can do both. In this game, it has drop-off damage for longer range shots, so it works a little bit more like ATMs, but it shouldn't. But Commander Lyric Commonwealth has arranged for Hullivid celebrity to visit Galatia in the hopes of rallying the morale of the local citizens. This is an opportunity for local government psyops to instead make them understand how dangerous the region really is. Deploy your lance, find the target, eliminate him. Destroy his bodyguards if you feel so inclined. which we absolutely feel so inclined. We went for 417 salvage on this one. Oh, I forgot to upgrade the Argo. I need to do that as soon as this mission is over. So someone remind me. Every time I see his name, I think Paddlin. Alright, let's get ready to rock. Sledges, hammers. Oh, it's this map. So there's a nice little depression in here where the assassination target is. They will all come in from the side. And it can be very, very frustrating. Let's reserve all the way down to the bottom, just in case. We don't know what he's going to be. It's probably going to be a medium mech at best, but we're going to give it a shot. Alright, Whisper first. Whisper should be the fastest mech we have out here, I think. Also doesn't have jump jets, so let's keep that in mind. Oh, you're starting down here. That's very useful to know. And return, who's moving where? If I can bring up into this pass, I can do quite a bit of damage. Mummy Bear in the arrow, also sprinting for high speed, low dragness. Do you have jump jets? I don't think you did. It's not important. And we need Paladin, because I want to move the Crab Blast. Just because it's so ridiculously strong. That's the downside of Hunchbacks. They are not fast. So normally on the tabletop there are 4-6, which is pretty mediocre for a medium mech. And there is actually a turbo back where you strip out all the medium lasers and a couple of other things, and you can up the engine to a engine that will allow it to move 5.8, and it's amazing. Do I want to get in here? I'd rather come up around them.
Copy that.
So we're going to go through this forest. It's going to take a little while, but that's alright. They're already basically on top of each other, which means we're not going to have the opportunity of knocking this guy off on his own. Hopefully he will not have... Oh, it's Oxide! Well, that's cute. So Oxide's the name Jenner. I mean, he's got 2 SRM4s and 2 LRM5s. He's designed for he's designed as a missile mech.
Yes, Commander.
So do I step into the ring? With Oxide? That's the question. A clever modder gun. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. But yeah, Lady Alenka was just... She was really annoyed when she first got her hands on Flashpoint. And now that she has... looking at more of it, now that they've got the breakthrough on it, much more possibilities have opened up. So, can't wait for them to get an updated version that'll work with Flashpoint, so we can actually get crabs that look like crabs. And hopefully it won't ruin the previous Flashpoint saves, or the prior pre-Flashpoint saves. Otherwise, we're going to have to unfortunately lose our really fantastic Starburst Sardaukar campaign. Gonna drop down all the way to the bottom. Ooh, you have a medium mech. Who's the medium and where? That's the real question. I don't think you're packing a trash can, so that'll help.
Orders.
So we can go down to get him.
I await your command.
Which, honestly, I'm somewhat tempted to do.
Ready for orders.
Mummy Bear. Yeah, all 3 of them get into range. So I think that's what we do. Whisper. Let's get some motion. Let's get some speed going on. How about if I really get going? It's not an amazing amount. I gotta remember... Ooh. You're down here with me. I was hoping you wouldn't be. 40% chance to hit. It's not terrible. Already hit him once, but only once. So he's guarded, so that is a little bit of a sadness.
I'm here.
Alright, Paladin. You have an AC 10. You'll have a 40% chance to hit. If I sprint you closer, 25. If I don't go, so you have an obstructed shot, 34. So you're just going to walk then. Up right here in the pass. Aim at your target.
Moving to position.
And let fly.
Firing on target.
You missed. Okay. That's not going to be a great way to do things, Paladin. I'm going to need you to be a little bit more accurate on this one.
Commander?
Hi, Mummy Bear. Get the large pulse in range. How about if I sprint? Can I get closer? Oh, the large pulse loves it, so we're going to do just that. Line him up, use arrow, machine guns away. Hit with the large pulse. And a whole bunch of machine guns. Let's do this with large pulse. And a miss. So Oxide is under fire. Excellent.
Talk to me.
Sledge, if I sprinted him, would never be able to get into range of anybody. Oh no, he could actually shoot at Oxide. That'd give me 56s. I'm ignoring the stinger.
Ready to run.
We're coming back over here. My plan was to go around, but Oxide showed up and it was like, I have to shoot this. So structurally exposed. If you can tear off the arm, that'd be very useful. That did not happen, though. Alright, it's up to them. What are they going to do? Unknown. Okay, are you not... Please tell me you're not a Saladin. That's honestly the only thing I really honestly care about is that you're not a Saladin. Run right up into them. We've got a big raucous cover over from them. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we blew up the arm. Oh, we got a hit. That works cool. Having a full Oxide would be interesting, but Oxide is not... Well, it's not the first named mech that I'd ever want to get my hands on, unfortunately. I'm taking a couple of nasty hits on the Jenner. And we've got more movement. We got a lot of movement to get through. Commando? What kind of commando was it? I didn't quite see. Is he going to back in a range to be able to shoot at me? Nope, Oxide backing away. Oxide will try to flee. Oxide will fail. Being given the Valkyrie is what's given him sight.
Systems holding.
And who's next? Stinger? The mysterious stranger off there in the corner? Am I getting punched? Oh no, the Stinger came up and started shooting me. Oh, you're the Royal. Oh, I've changed my mind. I want to steal you. You're way more important than Oxide.
My armor's getting stripped off.
Yeah, I know. He just did a number on you. Shutdown override successful, so there is that. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Paladin, can you get within range to shoot at... Nope. You will never get a shot on Oxide. So we're going to change targets. Actually, first I need to get the crab moving. Can the crab get in range? No. Alright, so move. We're going to walk. We're going to have a good time. Absolutely terrible. How would if I walked up to punch you? A 40% chance. Really? Oh, well, it is a Royal. All them small pulse lasers. How about if I sprinted right next to you? 17. If I walked, 17. 22 on the medium lasers. Less. So we are going to walk. Get him in a side range here. It's probably not going to hit, but I got to give it a shot. There's only a 40% chance to hit if we punched, so I figure we get some damage down rather than no damage down. So it is our unknown vehicle over here. He is on the medium tier list.
Waiting for orders.
So get the Hunchback. It's not going to have a good shot, but we're going to take it.
Got it, Commander.
Oh, he hit with the autocannon. Excellent. Unfortunately, that didn't really generate much stability damage at all, which is kind of what we needed to happen.
Good to go.
So let's just get right next to him and fire. Not everything. Medium lasers off. And a machine gun, maybe? Now fire everything. Okay, that's one miss. That's 2 misses. He was 2 feet in front of you. Next turn, we'll try a punch. At least if he doesn't jump this turn, we'll... Oh, this is a lamb. I forgot. This is a Stinger Royal that we've run into before. So, it's actually a lamb. Which is quite, as you can see, resistant to being shot at. I can't really afford to ignore it. I mean, it's very dangerous. Can I shoot at anyone from here? I cannot. Because it's got all of those small X-pulse lasers, it's an absolute nightmare mech to try and deal with.
Commander.
I think I chase Oxide up a cliff. Well, I would do that if I thought it would work. So I'm going to see if I can't avoid this. We'll fight the Edgar. Unfortunately, we only hit him once. So not doing great. But I'm mostly worried about what this Stinger's going to do. Because all these X-pulse lasers will just bore through the back of anybody he wants to fight. That's why I wanted to make him unsteady, and it just didn't end up happening. Okay, getting shelled a little bit on the crab. Nothing too bad, though, at this point. Let's see what you're going to do with me. And who's moving? Oh, it's you, the Commando. So the Commando's getting around, trying to get a good angle on something. Shooting down on the arrow. And hitting the arrow. Unfortunately, the arrow is also getting really low on armor. He's been shot at a lot. Oxide rolling back in. Yep. He wants a piece of the action now. Opening fire with his missiles on the Hunchback. Fewer hitting than I figured, but still quite a few managing to nail him. Paladin's going to have to get a piloting upgrade right away. because being that low on stability threshold is a problem. Hey, the Stinger's gonna punch the crab. Excellent. First of all, he missed. Second of all, that's only gonna give him 4 pips of evasion, looks like. So Hill will be much more killable.
Standing by.
Alright, Paladin. Just walk right behind him. This is about as good as a shot as you can possibly get.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here? Yeah, so are we. So, open fire.
Targeting enemy pushing.
Okay, I need you to not... Well, to be fair, he did hit the incredibly bad chance shot with the...
Solid connection on that one.
He did hit the bad chance shot when we were firing at the Stinger before with the AC-10. So I can't be too angry about him.
I've got your back.
Alright, Sledge, you're going to do basically the same thing. You're going to get right behind him. You're going to aim at him. Hopefully without exposing yourself too much. I don't know. That's going to be a thing. If we do this, you're going to expose yourself to everybody and their cousin. How good's your back armor? Not that good. But what do you have to fear? A Commando, a Valkyrie, and maybe Oxide. So if I did this, we're looking at 63s. If I sprint to get, well, the best chance to make the full turn, it's at 50s. I really got to pull this Stinger off the field. As much as I'd like to take him alive,
Copy that.
that's not going to happen.
Copy that.
So Fusion Core crit, a whole bunch of missiles. Fusion Core crit number 2.
Punch right through his arm.
And he's alive. Okay, that's not cool. Mummy Bear's going to come around using the machine guns, so you can't finish that off. Sprint. Hi, if I fired my machine guns, have terrible chances. How about here? Come on. Give me an angle. Really, everybody's going to have to reveal their back? 30s is a bit rough. No, it's got to die.
On my way. Double
Absolutely has to die. Machine gun back on? Yeah, we can get the machine gun on.
time. Locking on target.
I don't think we're going to be doing quite as much damage as I was hoping. Hand destroyed. Made him unsteady.
Reporting critical hit.
But it did not kill him, which was kind of the goal. So let's see what he does at this point. Somebody's coming in. Oh, it's the Stinger. And now he hits me. Okay, that's all right. But I don't know why he's trying to punch so much, considering how vulnerable he is right now. Do I care about J. Edgar? Machine guns and a medium laser. I really don't. I could not care less. Right is left. That means you're vulnerable.
Affirmative.
So line them up. Cook it.
Copy that.
So we got 2 good hits. Did you blow anything up? You did not. But you did unsettle him.
Heating up.
So there is that. And we got the J. Edgar rolling out. Opening fire on... Yep, on the Jenner. Lots of machine gun hits there. So we're going to have to pay attention to the J. Edgar soon. Soonish. Alright. Valkyrie's almost in the fight at this point. Firing some long-range missiles in the back of the crab. 1 hit. Where did that hit?
That was sloppy.
Oh, it hit an arm. So yeah, very sloppy. Not a good hit at all. We're going to wait around to get the Commando moving in. Oxide's on the roll. And Oxide's pulling back to not do anything. Excellent. Okay, so I want Mummy Bear, if at all possible. Right here. Perfection.
On my way.
Line him up. Shut off all the pulse laser. I just need another fusion crit.
Acknowledge.
That's what I'm going for. Heat sink double. Engine destroyed. Left torso. We should get most of that.
Tango down.
Despite the left torso destruction, we should get most of that. Alright, and we got our unknown heavy tank rolling up.
I'm ready.
Okay, Paladin. You're going to be able to take a shot at him. It's not going to be a great shot, but you'll have it. So, fire everything.
Engaging target.
Well, that was a bad shot with an autocannon. And you nearly hit our Jenner up there.
How can I help?
Sledge, if you can get a direct line of sight on that, that would be ideal. That's going to be an 80% chance? 69. Okay, that's okay enough.
Moving out.
Pull in here. Got a Valkyrie. And the Commando. Kill the J. Edgar for now. I was really kind of hoping one of those above 50% chance weapons would hit. But they did not. Yeah, I would have moved that J. Edgar first, too. Ryan's machine guns with the Hunchback. Don't really know why. The Hunchback really isn't your biggest problem right now.
Yes, Commander.
Whisper, keep hound dogging him. Swing all the way around. Can't get an angle on you there. If I sprint, I can definitely get an angle on you. And only you. That's the goal.
On my way. Double time.
Hi. Oh yeah, we can't. I have made a mistake. Shoot. Should have kicked. Well, I couldn't have kicked. We had to actually get into view. So Oxide has lost all of the frontal armor. That makes him incredibly vulnerable to machine guns. So I think we're just going to have to vigilance this one. Make sure we go first. Lock that down. Chill out this turn. Yeah, it sucks, but I'm not really willing to risk it just yet. Especially with the damage record. Yeah, the Jenner's about to become a primary target. So we've got Commando also moving. And Oxide, and that's... Are you split firing? No, I don't think he did. That was dumb. Oxide, that was really dumb. You had an amazing opportunity.
Ready for orders.
Alright, walk on into him. Do I want to shoot Oxide? I do and I don't. I'm going to have Hunchback focus on the Jagger. Tear him out of the fight. He hit with everything and didn't manage to cut through that armor. That's a little bit sad. Got a tank up here, rolling on in, trying to get a good shot, but not happening.
Waiting for orders.
Mummy Bear, can you get a shot on Oxide? You can with a large pulse laser and nothing else. Can I sprint to get you further? Yes, I can. So let's do that.
Just running.
Line up J. Edgar. Can I turn a large pulse? I'm going to cook for a turn. We're going to walk into water after this, so we should be able to spend a turn off. But I would like to get the J. Edgar offline. Preferably now, but that's not going to happen. Oh, no, it did. Vital component destroyed. Excellent. So we destroyed the fusion core, and now we're done with that. Which means Sledge can now focus on important things, like dueling the universe. Sledge would be a 43 if fired there. Can I get a better direct line of sight here? 50. I will take the 50.
Accelerating to maximum speed.
Lock him up.
Roger that.
Missed both times. I'm noticing that they tend not to be too super accurate when I'm coin flipping. Alright, so he's stressed at this point, which means Whisper gets to move now. And Whisper is going to do this.
On the move.
Lock up every single weapon that we have. I don't care that I'm cooking a bit. There we go. Right leg destroyed. Critical. Right arm. Right torso. His pilot is injured. He's popping. We might get some of that.
I'm starting to cook.
Alright, so we've taken care of him. We've got 3 more things to do. A Commando, a Valkyrie, and an unknown vehicle. Wait, 25%? Really? Because we killed the Jaeger and the other thing. The Stinger. Alright, Commando, you're next.
Showing minor damage.
Paladin.
Will be done.
Do you want to just walk up into this? You've taken some damage, but that's okay. Walk up into the middle of this water. And make him a nice big target. Can't small laser.
Firing.
Missed with the important weapon, but he still managed to hit with 2 more of the medium lasers. Oh, you have a very large laser. You have a large pulse laser. You're going to make my day very bad, aren't you? We got to get to him and kill him.
Damage is light.
Relatively soon, too.
What's up, boss?
Sledge first, because Arrow's a follow-up pick. Can I get closer? The reason why I want to get closer is because I don't want to block
Orders?
Arrow from getting in. Oh no, Arrow's not getting in there anyway. Okay, that's fine. Sledge,
Talk to me.
you're going to walk right here, you're going to take aim,
Roger.
and you're going to make both of those light autocannons hit, right?
Confirmed.
Well, Sledge. Why? 2 critical hits on the fusion core already. We just need 1 more and he's gone.
That.
And that'll knock the fusion core out and actually leave most of the mech still intact.
I'm ready for orders.
So start walking. Aim, turn off, turn off. If I do this, no, we cook. That large pulse laser is incredibly hot. Okay, I just need one critical hit on a fusion core. That did not happen.
Inflicted some heavy
He is
damage.
unsettled, though. So we've got that going for us. So we got the Valkyrie retreating back. Or trying to get the high ground, one of the two. And he's able to fire the Jenner. One hit from the missiles. Not doing too much already. That's
Slight
excellent.
damage, Commander.
Alright, Whisper. Can I give you a shot on the Commando without getting you killed? I can, you say, if I come around to the corner. Into the water. Hi, I'm going to cook. Because I'm now in a safe position once again, so I don't have to worry too much about it.
Getting a little
Ooh,
chunky,
emergency
Commander.
shutdown. Now we have a small problem.
Engine critical. Shutting down.
So Commando's backing off a little bit, firing his autocannon, firing his medium laser, and that'll accomplish nothing. So I think I want to get Arrow up if I can. This may be blocked off.
Commander?
Mummy Bear, 25% chance to hit. I really don't need much more damage. Just a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go that. Run around the corner just a little bit. Line him up. Large pulse. Large pulse.
Affirmative.
Missed with the large pulse the first time. Right leg destroyed. And doesn't look like a crit on the fusion core. We did get a head hit and he's bailing out. Okay. So now we're down to just this thing. I don't know what it is and it's terrifying me. And a Valkyrie, which is pretty pathetic. You've missed most of a stream, Josh, but welcome to it. So we did the first hour was Starfleet Command, and now we're popping over to this. Unfortunately, unfortunately, our retreads campaign is busted. I don't know what's wrong, but the saves will not load, so we started a new one. And things have been going pretty well, actually. So we're going to sprint up in here because I want to know what this is. It's a goblin. I should have known it's a goblin. Oh, fire. Fire everything you got of it. It's way more dangerous. So we are currently going with Sledge's Hammers, who is a person who was betrayed out on the remote periphery. And we're doing pretty good. We started with a very nice crab. It's the same crab from last time, actually, which I thought was pretty amusing.
Got it, Commander.
But we also got a Hunchback, a Jenner, and an Arrow, which is a special blackjack. Which, given my love of blackjacks, well, it was nice to have something cool. Alright, so is he going to be casting long-range shots? Doesn't really look like it. Restart. That's okay. I wasn't irritated or nothing. I was amused. Oh, he's just nailing us with that large pulse. Stop hurting the arms of my mech. Hopefully we'll be able to kill him this time. Hand destroyed. No! My hands!
My mech is coming apart around me.
Sometimes you can feel that hand. Alrighty, so can I get...
How can I help?
Can I get Sledge on top of him? Because that's what really needs to happen. I can get him mostly on top of him.
Aye, aye.
Chasing him down. Can't wait, though, until Rotech does upgrade the Flashpoint, because we'll actually have crab models. That will be amusing. Alright, Paladin.
Bye.
Can I get you also a direct line of sight? 28. A sprint is going to give me less. So we're just going to move.
Affirmative.
Slowly mowing him down. Shut off, keep that one on. Shut off this one.
Affirmative.
Sledge, or Paladin, you're disappointing me here, man. You gotta be more.
No
You
luck.
must rise above. You are no longer a normal mercenary. No, now you're in a PC mercenary group. So it matters that you can't hit the broadside of a barn. I could start playing sniping games with him. With large pulse lasers.
Move order received.
Let's do it. Let's see who have more armor. The answer is, well, he does. But we might be able to cut through it. One hit. Okay. He also has the high ground, which is not good. Enemy turn. It's going to be the Valkyrie moving around. Taking a shot on the Hunchback. All the fire for that Hunchback. Why? What did it ever do to you? Nothing. That's what.
Can't take much more of this.
It's got a medium laser in the arm, though. So there is that going for it. Oh, you can see it? Can you shoot at it? That's the real question. 25s? 25s. Yeah, do it. Cook it. I hit you once. Should have fired at him, but doesn't really matter. So long as you don't turn off, I'm perfectly happy with whatever you're doing. He's moving off to the side. More large pulse laser fire. I think we're about to lose a medium laser. Oh, maybe not. Unless he hits it. Oh, a head hit, of course. That's exactly what Paladin needed. A blow to the head. It'll make him clearly more able to think and deal damage to people. Actually, how about if I just stand still? If I stood still and just aimed at you, I would make myself incredibly vulnerable. But you know what? We're gonna give it a shot. Small laser can't fire. Anyway, fire!
Confirmed.
Miss, 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 and a single hit. On the front, though, so he is becoming more vulnerable.
Talk to me.
Sledge. Sledge, I need you to run him down. Directly, if at all possible. 43 is the best we're probably going to get. Let's get up here to the top. Fire to his back.
Ring and Alpha strike.
Ooh, that worked. Oh, he had 30 back armor. Wow.
You were brave, I'll give you that much.
Yes, he was brave. We will definitely give him credit for that.
On my way.
Alright, Arrow, start firing at a Valkyrie. We don't want it intact, so if you can blow it into little tiny pieces, that would be helpful. If you could hit it first, that would be most helpful. But, well, you do you.
That's a miss.
Alright, Valkyrie, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Stop running away! Come fight us! He's a coward. That's what he is. Okay, both arms are now exposed. He's going sleeveless.
Yes, Commander.
40%? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna cook this. We're gonna cook our little Jenner
Go.
because we don't need to get that much damage. We just need to get some
Guard
damage.
mech heating up.
And he is the last mech, so. Sledge,
How can I help?
you can sprint faster at all? No, you're not going down. You're gonna chase him into a corner.
Aye, aye.
Fire. It's only a 9%, but who cares? One missile should hit, technically. And it did.
Waiting for orders.
And the Hunchback has a direct line of sight against you, against the side. Walk forward, take aim, make shoots. And again, only hitting with a single laser. Anyone think the new Battletech expansion will bring something like Rogue Tech to the base game? It did not. It came out yesterday, and it does not have anything like that.
Yeah, Commander.
It has an open career. It has like an open career mode,
Heading
so
out.
you can do the sort of campaign that Rogue Tech does, but it doesn't have all the build options and all the cool stuff there, which is the main reason why I didn't upgrade, because I would much rather have all the options that Rogue Tech gives me than, well, whatever they're currently doing at Battletech. It did include 3 new mechs, so they got a Hatchman, a Crab, and a Cyclops, but I don't know. I was hoping for a little more, and it didn't quite happen. Oh, we got all 4 of them hit right there.
Getting a
And
little
there's the
closer,
shutdown.
Commander.
But that's okay.
Over the
He's
red
dying
line.
this round
I'm
anyway.
shutting down.
Because Sledge is coming over a corner. Hi.
I'm moving.
Hello.
Aye, aye.
Both hits with that. Did he brace? I think he did. Paladin, you got a shot from where you are? Is it good? Take it.
Knowledge.
Paladin, what's your problem with AC-10s? There we go. Blew open a torso on that one.
Solid connection on that one.
And Mummy Bear.
Orders?
Is this going to be machine gun range for you? Actually, how far can you jump? Okay, not that far, but soon.
On the move.
Line them up, turn on everything, and fire.
Firing.
Okay, missed with the first of them. Hit with the second. And missed with the third. Which is the inverse of what you should have done with a 72% chance to hit. Jump Jet is destroyed, he's unsteady, he's no longer evasive, but it is his turn, and he'll probably shoot at Whisper. No, he's coming to punch. What is it with all these light mechs who like to punch? We run into this a lot, it seems. And he's unsteady. Whisper, turn on. And Sledge.
I've got your back.
You're just gonna... Oh, nope, you can't quite turn right around. You're just gonna walk up here. Hi. Bye. I think we've destroyed it. No, we didn't. We're gonna kill the pilot. Well, he ejected first, but we would have killed the pilot. Alright, so that wasn't terrible. I mean, the Hunchback is gonna be in for probably quite some time, because both arms have been damaged. And we lost a hand, but I think the hands are free. Maybe not. Should have battle fists, not hands. Alright, we made 60,000 out of that one, but the real thing... Yeah, and a head hit to Paladin, so we're going to have to get a new pilot to replace him for the next couple of days. By 15 days, actually. Alright, let's see. What do we got? 1, 2... How many stinger parts did we get? 1, 2, 3. Just 3. How many oxide parts? 1, 2, 3. Also 3. So we're not going to build any mechs out of this one. So let's focus on stuff then. So, endosteel, D&I cockpit, a whole ton of fusion cores, defense gyro. We can get a hand back. Got any engines in there? We got lamb aluminum armor. How easy is it to install Rogue Tech? Well, there's a key importance here. If you've already updated to the most recent patch that came out yesterday, you can't, because it will not be compatible. But if you haven't, then it's simply a matter of an installer. You'll download it from Nexus, and then you'll just double-click on it, and go through all the steps and follow it. It's really easy. There is a Rogue Tech wiki that can help you out, which I highly suggest that you look at. And yeah, it's really simple. So not a problem at all to install. Just beware, Lady Alenko does not suffer fools gladly. She's the mod maker, and don't ask a question that's already been asked. Check the wiki, check through everything else, and before you dare ask a question. They also have a Discord, which most of the people on there are super helpful and will help you. Let's see, we can get lamb aluminum armor, which would, what would that give us? 20% jump distance, minus 10% weapon heat, minus 9 heat per turn, plus 10% weight change per point of armor, 6 dynamic slots, 10% increase, and requires the partial wing system to be installed, which I think we blew up. Also requires the partial wing system. Did we blow up the partial wing system? That's the main question. Yeah, we totally did. I don't care about the AMS. The large pulse laser is cool, but I'm not really interested in it. I'm thinking fusion cores. I think we just fill out with more fusion cores, because fusion cores are worth a lot. And cash starts becoming a bit of a problem. Haven't bought the game yet, but I assume you might want to wait for the Rogue Tech to be updated. If you want to play the base game is a lot of fun. I did absolutely enjoy the base game. If you want to check out, I did a series of run-throughs through the main campaign. It's enjoyable. It's simple, and it'll also help you sort of work down the basics of how this game actually runs. If you are only buying it for Rogue Tech, then yeah, you're going to have to wait probably a week or so. Might be less than that, but I'm going to guess around a week or so for them to finish updating the game so it'll work with the expansion. So we're going to go D&I cockpit for the +1 accuracy, the minus 10% damage. We're going to endosteel because endosteel is life. Fusion core to sell at some point, and a gyro defense because they're amazing. And we got 2 parts for the Commando, 2 parts of the Oxide, 1 part of the Stinger. I would have preferred 2 parts for the Stinger, but if I really preferred it that much, I would have got it. Wow. The worst possible weapons we could have got. LRM-5s and MGs. We also got a jump jet and a heatsink. So aside from the stuff that we picked, it was a terrible, terrible haul. Like, of all the decent or good stuff we could have gotten, we got none of them. Alrighty, so we're going to have to repair a couple of things. Nobody actually took any weapons damage. So aside from the loss of the hand, which, who cares, we should be pretty much fine. So we'll go in, we'll patch up the mechs. Yang, how much is this going to be? If it's over 100,000, you're fired. No, it's probably going to be pretty expensive. Taking internal structure damage is not good. And Yang does not like it when it happens. We're gonna... Every last corner. So that we get the tech point bonus. +5. 44,000. He kept it under the price I told him to. So there's that. And also, that's 37 days with the +5 tech bonus that we're currently getting. Jeez. It's gonna get rough. Alright, we need to come over to engineering. Ship upgrades high. Start fixing them power conduits right now. So that we can then go into Mech Bay 2. Mech Bay 2 will then allow us to fix 2 mechs. That'll move into automation. Automation will let us fix 2 mechs at full power. That'll be the plan right there. So, what are we current on for date-wise? Actually, managed tasks. The Jenner's 2 days. I want the Crab on for 2 days. And then... Actually, the Hunchback should go first. And by the time Arrow's done, the Hunchback will have 2 days left. Honestly, that's probably best. Actually, no. That's terrible. Wrong. Completely wrong. Because I don't have 2 mech bays yet. We'll do that. It's not great. I may actually take a mission in the interim. So let's start cruising along for a bit. Jenner's done. Let's get the Jenner out of the oven. It's also got a fusion core 245. Really? Oh, we got Oxide's fusion core. That's what the 245 must have been. Okay. If we wanted to completely rip everything out of you and start from scratch, what would happen? We will go... Oh, we got... Oh, yeah, we got our special stuff, too. So, our stuff for being from all of our things. So, if I give myself an Angel ECM, and a Gyro Defense, and I think a DNI Cockpit. Yeah, we'll go with the DNI. Actually, no. DNI would be a terrible choice. I don't really need any special cockpits right now. Did I get 2 endosteel? I must have, because I've already got one here. And that still puts me overweight, which is not grand. Take away the jump jets. Jump jets are terrible. Jump jets on a Jenner? What? So that's weird. We have no ballistic slots. We only have laser slots. Well, this would make a much more nimble and maneuverable Jenner. Because we would be or not nimble and maneuverable, but more defensive Jenner. Because we would get the Angel ECM plus the Gyro Defense. Are we able to fast and deadly melee tech? No, we haven't. We don't have any good melee mechs. That's our main problem. We don't run into the equipment that would give us a good melee mech. We don't have anything like a Strix, which at the end of the day is like the main melee mech you should be looking for. So we haven't run into any. And because of that, we're very much a gunline setup. So there's really not much I want to do to that Jenner. Alright, give me the crab in 2 days. Crab's done. So I'd like to build one, but I don't have the parts for it. So we are all gunline all the time. Also, for a pretty significant period there, we were running it basically half. So. Alright, someone needs to explain to me why we put all of our ammunition in here. Also, why do we have a case here? Like, there's nothing that's going to blow up in this side torso. So why do I have a second case here? Yeah. Because the fusion engine's not going to matter. How about a grasshopper and a warhammer? Yeah, I wish. We've only just recently got our bushwhacker back, Josh. So we're not exactly busting out 2 heavy 75-ton mechs. So that ain't happening for a little while. I gotta take the case out of there. I don't see a reason to have it there. Oh, is it for the cooling pod? Explodes for 10 heat. Yeah, that's not going to cause any problems. I mean, yeah, it's heat, which sucks, but there's nothing in this torso to protect with case. And it's taking up a ton and a critical slot. What could we put in there? Well, I could put armor in there, which... I'm on board with that, actually. It's already got an electronic countermeasure, right? If I remember correctly, it should... No? I thought it did. All this ammo here is just... It's a disaster waiting to happen. And it's dead fire LRM ammo, too. So this makes it even less accurate and indirect. That was why it was 9%. So, but increased damage, which is pretty nice. And we also got a half load of normal ammo. Which, when you're only launching 10 missiles at a time, it's not a big deal. The problem is we've got an AC5 double. And that AC5 double means that we cannot... Oh, wait, no, but case will reduce it to only 3 damage on the explosion. Okay, so that makes sense then. I understand you now. You have enlightened me. So what can I do with 1 slot? And 1 ton? Well, we can do an electronic countermeasure system, right? Angel is how much? Angel's 2 tons. I could give him defensive gyro. Oh, no, we can't. He's already got an XL. I really want to go more armor. Just because the crab is incredibly vulnerable to having his torso blown off. So if I were to do this, what would you rate me at? Oh, you would give me the entirety of my torso armor. And the front armor. You don't say. Yeah, I think that's what we do. We get a case back, we get more armor. It'll be ready to rock. Lock that in. Because I don't want to waste the tonnage.
Shouldn't be too hard.
We'll cruise along in time just a little bit more. We'll be ending up soon here. Glitch is ruining my ship. Pay 20,000, morale increased by 1. That'll help offset the fact that we made them actually help out with Yang. 2, 1, done.
Network orders complete, boss.
And engineering ship
Top-notch work,
upgrades.
if I may say so.
Second bay, please. Purchase now.
Get the team on it right away.
Rock and roller. And Paladin's 4 days. Paladin is going to be done. Excellent. Oh, wait. Which mech did we get out? The Blackjack. The Blackjack doesn't need anything. It's already got Pharaoh and Endo. So it's perfectly happy to sit where it is. So giving him stuff would just make him more... would make him more survivable, I suppose. Just have... He's got a double heatsink kit in this thing? But just so much waste. He's got buffed machine guns and he put a double heat... Like, it makes sense. I mean, he's got the large pulse laser, which takes a massive amount of heat. I mean, it generates 40 heat on its own. But still, that's... He can generate 100 heat every time he alphas. That is ridiculous. I think, though, that we put a cockpit injury resist. That might help him out a bit. No. I think I want to put... No, I'll put the Slick Suite on the Hunchback. That's what that'll do. Cruise on a little bit more.
Hey, boss.
Mech bay done. Engineering. Ship upgrades. And this will be the last upgrade we get for a very, very, very long time.
Commander, I'll get the crew moving.
1, 3, 2, 1. Done.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Alright. So all our mechs are fixed. The Hunchback is missing a hand. So we need to work on that now. So missing a hand. The hand cost us no tons, and we pulled it out. Oh, the hand is a special part. Darn it. Ah, well. It's not a big deal. I'd like to get a bigger fusion core in there, but that ain't going to happen. Not anytime soon. And what sort of ballistic weapons do we end up getting? We've got the light, medium, and heavy rifles for our starter pack. Heavy rifle is 60 damage for 11 tons. Ugh, no, thank you. Large laser. Whole bunch of rocket launchers that we can't equip. And an arc welder. I could try and turn our Hunchback into a melee mech. The problem is it's just not fast enough to do the job. Because the Hunchback is really slow. So there's no sense in trying to make that happen. So we'll pull the hand out. That'll fix the Hunchback. It'll be a viable mech to operate and use now. And we can go on further missions. But going on further missions is going to have to wait for another stream. We have completed our 2-hour stream. Some of that was indeed set up with setting up the Sledge's hammers. But, yeah, we're actually in a pretty decent spot. I mean, we still got 1 million. We're 5 days away from a report. And we've got 3 medium mechs, which means I feel kind of confident taking more difficult missions. We could probably get away with doing a 1.5 skull mission to get some decent cash here. We'll probably avoid escorts. Yeah, I think we'll give it a try. We may do Nosy Neighbors next. And that'll probably be it. Yeah, so, yeah, that'll be the end of the stream. We stream on Saturdays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can find out your own local regional equivalent. We stream for 2 hours. The first hour is Starfleet Command, which is a fantastic game. I highly suggest you check it out on our channel. We have 12 seasons of it at this time, and it's a lot of fun. And then for the second hour, we now play Rogue Tech, which we may have to figure out stream times to change that a bit. Maybe turn one day into one and one of the other, but I'm not sure on that one yet, because it takes quite some time to do anything in Rogue Tech. And yeah, so that's our streaming schedule. That's when we do it. Yes, it's Starfleet Command 2, Orion Pirates Plus mod by Firesoul, and maintained and updated by the guys at the at Hot and Spicy forums. So, anyway, I've been Tirek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Check out the rest of the channel. Maybe you'll find something you like. I think there's a lot of cool stuff here. I hope you will enjoy it too. If you have any comments on what you saw, what you want to see in the future, leave a comment down below on this video or any other video. And I will see you all in the next episode.